What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Rouslin's Opening Round 3 Ball. I've got some new additions here to my telecast or my little video here. I've got a cool banner now. I've also got a promo code 3Ball for all you golfers that'll resonate well. And of course, it's the theme of my video. So just a couple of upgrades. I've got a couple of upgrades on the PowerPoint as well. Just trying to bring you guys the best information that I possibly can. And also, you're going to see my face a little bit more. If you like this video, this kind of short form video, I'm going to be creating 2 more each week. One on Wednesday mornings with the Chalk Report, detailing some of the highest owned and lowest owned golfers for your lineups this week. And as well as a model breakdown each week, kind of give you guys an insight into my process and some of the premium features that we have available here at Awesemo.com. So without further ado, we are going to head into this week's tournament, which is the Rbc Canadian Open. Without further ado, let me just there we go. All right, so as I mentioned before, this week's tournament, the Rbc Canadian Open, is being played for the first time in a while at Hamilton Golf and Country Club. Prior to this, it was at Glen Abbey Golf Course for the past quite a while. I believe it was like 5 or 6 years now, maybe even 7. Jonathan Vegas, as you see here in the picture with the Mounties. I couldn't have a PowerPoint and not show some Mounties. We're up here in Canada for the first time. So Johnny Vegas had won the tournament twice over at Glen Abbey, but this golf course, very, very different. It's a par 70 measuring only 7,000 yards. It actually will play under 7,000 yards, which honestly might be the only time all year other than the British Open. I don't know what they're going to be playing the Royal Portrush at this year, but one of the only courses that are under 7,000 yards. When it did play here in 2012 and 2006, ranked somewhere in the middle in terms of difficulty. It ranked 30th in 2012 out of the 50 courses it played that year. So on the easier side. So it played to about a 69.43 average, which is just about a half a stroke under par. The tournament itself, the Canadian Open, has been played well over 100 times now. It only stopped really during the World Wars. So it's obviously a tournament that is highly sought after. It's the only PGA tournament in Canada, so it's very well attended and one of the best tournaments all year, that some players at least say. 30 of the top 100 in the world are here to compete, which pretty good field, to be honest with you, with it before a major. You normally don't see the strength of field as good as you do here this week, but again, 30 of the top 100 in the world are here to compete. We are going to be playing for $100,000 on DraftKings. That's the $5 this week. A little bit of a decrease. Tiger not playing, plus the week before a major. Maybe they thought there'd be a little bit of a hangover. FanDuel's top prize this week for the $9 is $20K. Let's talk about some of the players. Brooks Koepka is leading the field. He is the #1 ranked golfer in the world at this point, and so we kind of had to focus on him. DraftKings price coming in at $11,000 this week. FanDuel price, I'm going to have to check that. I believe I must have just miscopied that. That's probably from the PGA Championship. I certainly apologize. Just checking quickly now, he is above 12,000. So apologies on that. You guys allow me to slide one time there on a mistake, so that'll be the one. Recent form, first at the PGA Championship, 4th at the Byron Nelson, so pretty good there. Strokes gained on the year. Kim's in at 14th on the approaches, 15th off the tee, so very good there in both categories, and that actually leads him to a top 10 in the strokes gained tee to green category as well, so very good there. Next thing we're going to talk about is the Canadian Open, so we have to focus on one of the Canadians we think has a best chance to win it. The Canadian hasn't won it since 1954, so it's been quite a while. One of those players that has won a golf tournament over the past couple of years that is Canadian is Mackenzie Hughes. Mackenzie Hughes, 76,600 on DraftKings, 8,700 on FanDuel. And he's coming in off of the best start he's had all year, coming in 8th at the Charles Schwab at Colonial, and played very well, putted very well there, hit his approach as well. And as we turn our focus onto the statistical category for him, as you can see, approaches, he's only ranked 138th and putting 151st. So he's actually played quite poorly this year, but we're intrigued very much by that 8th place finish last week. Also, he's logged dozens of rounds here at the golf course, Hamilton Golf and Country Club. He is, as I said, from Canada, so he's had an opportunity to play this course quite a bit. So I'm sure he's much looking forward to playing a course he's familiar with, one that suits his game as a shorter hitter and normally a good putter. As you can see, that's why the results have been bad this year. Is normally a very good putter, but putting has lacked. But signs are looking good with that 8th place finish, and we like Mackenzie Hughes this week. at the RBC Canadian Open. Last player we're going to talk about is one of the fun things about this tournament is there's a Mackenzie Tour, which is basically the PGA Tour of Canada, or in Canada, I should say. And they allow the top 5 players from the order of merit to get into this tournament. So just another fun way for players to get in. We're going to focus on Jake Knapp here. And again, remember, these aren't necessarily players we would like you to play this week. If we are going to absolutely play them in every one of our lineups or some of our lineups, we focus that on some of our content, the premium content. One of my main articles is the winning element coming out on Wednesdays. But I also like to just showcase everybody in the field and kind of give a breadth of players that are coming into the market of sometimes what it takes to win and who's also in the field. Because sometimes, you know, like this guy Jake Knapp, if he comes in the top 25, can certainly help you win a GPP. So who is this guy? This guy's a 25-year-old from UCLA. Playing on the Mackenzie Tour, he actually went out and won his Q School event, came in first, and then his first tournament, as you can see, the Canada Life Open, went out and won that as well. So obviously the form was pretty good. He ended up missing the cut at the DC Bank Open this past weekend, but I have a feeling that was much looking forward to this week. Obviously, he secured his spot, winning the first event of the year. And there's only 2 events before this Canadian Open. So obviously looking forward to this start. Jake Knapp. Just a name that you may not recognize that, you know, may be able to, like I said, make the cut this week, and at those low prices might be able to help you win either a GPP or maybe a smaller GPP contest. So with that being said, I hope you guys liked my little additions to the technology here and got myself a banner and made myself a little bit more official. So like I said, if you like this video, go ahead, of course, and like it right here on the YouTube channel. Also, if you have any comments or questions, go ahead and leave them below or find me on Twitter at DFSGolfer23, as you can see here on your screen. Also, don't forget, come back tomorrow night, actually tonight, I should say. Tonight, you'll see a video of my model posted of kind of just some of the things that I use to every week to help me make the plays that I do and talk about the players that I'm going to be using this week. So just to give you a great insight, and of course, tomorrow morning, we're going to be debuting our new chalk report for the PGA. Ownership is just so important in PGA, finding those low-owned studs and of course, the low-owned value plays as well. So hopefully you like all those, and until next time, everybody, we'll see you then. Cheers.